This is the 5th Match 2 online class for 9th standard of Beren Baptist Academy. And in today's class, we are going to start the topic right circular cone. Yeah, let's see what exactly a cone looks like. If we draw figure of cone on the plane or rely your notebook, this cone look like this. Yeah, actually cone is this. This is the exact cone. You can see here. Here you can see one side is pointed end. This is called vertex, and then base is bigger, and it is circular. Circular means circle shape, which is round, and this is called slant height. And at the circular base, you can see, since it is circle shape round, there will be one center, and from that center to a point on its circumference, this length is radius. So now let's come to the formula of this cone. Here in this formula we will use r to be radius and h will be used to indicate height, like that l will be used to indicate slant height. And if you look at this figure, here is radius, this one is height, and this length is slant height. And if you look carefully, this h, r and l, they make a right triangle. You can see H, R and L make a right triangle, so this cone is called right circular cone. And let's look at the first formula, which is curved surface area. Curved surface area of cone formula is pi RL. Then let's try to understand what they mean by curved surface area. Look at this cone, here curve. You can see this is curve, which is not straight. This direction is curve, and this area, you want to find this area, we need to use curved surface area. This area is given by formula pi RL. And the next one is total surface area. When we say total, all the surface are included. That means for total, this curved surface area plus, at the bottom you can see, as you can see here, bottom is circular, so you know area of circle is pi r square. For total surface area, we will add curved surface area and area of circular base, which is pi r square. So adding these two, we take pi r common from these two terms, and then here L left, and here since it is r square, 1 r left. So total surface area of cone is pi r whole into L plus R. Like that, volume formula 1 by 3 pi r square H. And I'm sure you still remember volume of cylinder, which is pi r square H. So you just multiply 1 by 3 to the volume of cylinder, then we get volume of cone. And beside these three main formulae, here as I told you earlier, here H, L and R form a right triangle. So out of this H, R and L, in the quotient, one of them may not be given. Let's say L is not given, then you can find L by this formula, which is root over H square plus R square. And if H is not given, which is high, its formula is root over L square minus R square, and R value, which is radius, is root over L square minus R square. So now you need to memorize this formula too. Then now using this formula, we will work out some textual question, which is exercise 12.3, question number 13. Let's look at the question. Find the volume, the curved surface area and the total surface area of a cone, given that this is Roman number 1, radius of base is 3.5 meter and height is 12 meter. Here we are given only radius R and height H. That means L, which is slant height, is not given in this question, but we need L in the formula, as you have seen here. To find curved surface area, we need L. To find total surface area too, you need L. So first, before we use any formula, let's find L. Then here we have R is given to be 3.5 meter, so we write R is equal to 3.5 meter, and height is given to be 12 meter, so we write H is equal to 12 meter. And then now L formula is root over H square plus R square. In this formula we put the value of H and R. H is 12, so 12 square. R is 3.5, so 3.5 square. 12 square means 12 into 12, it is 144. 3.5 square, that means 3.5 into 3.5, then we get 12.25. So here we write 12.25. Then adding this 144 and 12.25, we add them. To add decimal number, decimal point must be in the same column. But now you may say here in the number 144 there is no point, but we don't see point here because point is at last. At last means after the last digit 4. So in order to add them, we arrange the number in this way: 12.25 and then 144.00. After point you can write 0, 10, 20, 30 as you like. And you can see here points are arranged in the same column. Then we adding them, we get 15625. And again in your answer 2 point in the same column, that means point is between 6 and 2. So the sum of these two numbers is 156.25. We get one root over 156.25, which is whose square root is to be calculated now. And to find the square root of this number, you have two options. And the first option is you can directly find square root of this decimal number by the method called division method. That is the method that you already learned in class 8. I'm not sure whether you still remember or not, but let's see. We write the number 156.25. That is 156.25. To do this, we will group a pair of digits. But to group this, we start from decimal point. From point here 2 and 5, one group. From point 5 and 6, one group. And then here digit 1 alone. Then in the first step, we have to take by only square number. So we have to look for this 1, which is the group having only one digit. So 1 square is 1. That is, here we write 1, and here 1 into 1 is 1. Then after that we do subtraction. 1 minus 1, 0, we don't write it. Then we bring the digit 5, 6. When you bring digit, two digits should be brought together because they are form one group. These two digits together form a group, and so we write 1 bar above them. So now we bring the digit 56, 5 and 6. And then for the new divisor, here the quotient we have is 1. So take double of 1. Double means multiply by 2. If we multiply this 1 by 2, we get 2. After 2, you write here a blank, which is dash. Here we have to search number, so that if you write here 2, we have to multiply by 2. I write here 2, then here I write this 2 because I have to multiply this by 2. So multiplying this 22 by 2, we get 44. And here the digit that we multiply is written in a quotient after digit 1. Here we write 2, and then here we have 44. Then again subtraction. 6 minus 4 is 2, 5 minus 4 is 1, and then after subtraction we bring the next group, that is 2, 5, 25. They are brought together because they also form a group. But now the digit 2 and 5, this group is after point. So the moment we bring digit after point, we write point in your quotient. Then here we have 1225. So for the new divisor, so far we have two digit 12. So we take double of 12. Double means multiply by 2. So double of 12 is 24. Again here in this blank, we write digit 5 and multiply by 5. So here I write 5. If you multiply this number 245 by 5, we get 1225. And finally remainder is 0. So the square root is this quotient, which is 12.5. So this is how we find square root of decimal number. And if you are not familiar with this method, then you can also go for this called prime factorization method. Now here we have root over, so we have to find square root of 156.25. Then you can do go like this, 156.25. Now we convert this into fraction to remove decimal point. You can see here after point there are two digits, so we multiply the number writing without point 15625 by 100. Why we divided by 100? After point there are two digits, so we divide by two zeros number, that is 100. Then we have to find square root of this fraction or rational number. Then we find square root of numerator and also square root of denominator. Square root of denominator is very easy. You know, square root of 100 is 10 and 10 square is 100, so I don't calculate here. Directly square root of 100 is 10. But now to find square root of 15625, we prime factorize the number. Here it is given, we divide by 5, we get this. Again divided by 5, we get this. Continuously dividing by 5, and you can see here this 5 5 5 5 5 5 are prime factors of this number. Then we make a group of pair, 2 5 1 group, 2 5 1 group, 2 5 1 group. To find square root from this pair we have to take only one digit. From this 5 and 5 we'll take one digit. From this 5 and 5 we take another 5, and then from this group 5 and 5 we take another 5. So this is how we find square root of this 15,625. Then you can see numerator and denominator. Numerator we cancel this 5 and denominator 10, so we get here 2. Then numerator we are left 5 into 5, which is 25 divided by 2. If you divide 25 by 2 we get 12.5. so we get the same answer, square root. Whether you directly divide, which is called division method, or you use prime factorization method, we get the same answer, which is 12.5. That is how we find square root. Then coming back to this question, now we have L, then R and H are given in the question. Then from this given R and H we calculated L value too. Then we can directly go to the formula of volume surface area. Okay, the first one we will find out volume of cone, which is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 by 3 is no change, 1 by 3. Pi value you know it is 22 by 7. Here r square, so we write r value 2 times 3.5 into 3.5, and h value is given to be 12, so we just put the value of all this letter in the formula. And since this volume unit will be meter cube, then we can see here we cancel this 3 and 12, then we get here 4, and then 717, actually 75 is 35, but this is not 35, it is 3.5. so 717 and 7.5 is 3.5, you can check it. Then now all the denominators are cancelled off, then we are left with 22, 0.5, 3.5 and 4. So multiplying these four numbers we get 154 meter cube, and the multiplication of these four numbers are given here. 22 into 0.5 is 11.0. 11.0 is same as 11. Again 11 and 3.5 are multiplied, we get this. So after point you can see one digit in your answer, so after point we write one digit again. Then finally we multiply 38.5 by 4, we get 1540, but after point in this number one digit is there, so in your answer also after point there must be one digit. 154.0 is same as 154, because if only 0, 10, 20, 30 are there after point, you can just ignore them and you can write only the digit before point. So here we get 154 meter cube. The next we have curved surface area. Curved surface area of the cone is pi rl. Again we put the value of pi 22 by 7, r value 3.5, and L value is 12.5. Here too we cancel 7 and 3.5. Then now no more denominator, we have numerator 22, 0.5 and 12.5. You have seen there how, the product of 22 and 0.5. Product of 22 and 0.5 is 11.0, so 11. So here we multiply the product of 22 and 0.5, 11 and 12.5. 12.5 into 11. This is our answer. In your answer 2, again here in the number that you multiply, there is one digit after point. So in our answer 2, there must be one digit after point. So we place point here between 7 and 5. Then our answer is 137.5. That is square because this is area. You know, unit of area is square. Then the last one, total surface area. Again, total surface area formula is pi r whole into L plus R. So we put the value of pi 22 by 7, R value 3.5, L value 12.5, and R value 3.5. Then here 2, we cancel 7 and 3.5, we get 0.5. Then now we find the sum of these two numbers inside bracket, 12.5 and 3.5. To add decimal numbers, I repeat, numbers are to be arranged so that decimal point are in the same column till the answer, same column. So we add them, 5 plus 5 0, 2 plus 3 is 5, but we carry over 1 here, 1 in hand, 6 and 1, 16.0. 16.0 is nothing but it is 16. So the sum of these two numbers is 16. Then finally we multiply these three numbers again here, 22 into 0.5, which is 11, 11 into 16. Now 16 into 11, we get 176. So 176 meters square is the total surface area of the cone. So this is how we find volume, curved surface area, and total surface area of cone. And one question will be given for you to practice as homework. Here the question is Roman number 3, or the same question. Same question means question number 13. We did Roman number 1, so Roman number 3 is for you to be done as homework. In this question, radius given to be 21 centimeter, slant height is given 35 centimeter. You can see this calculation will be easier than what we do now, because you don't find decimal point in these two numbers. So that's all for today, and we will continue the same exercise using the same formula in the next class.